Look, we have got to move on, and we're going to go more into this. We're going to talk our college football storylines. And look, we're staying right here. We see you guys in the comments. We know this is a big thing. At the end of the day, it was 29-0. I told Alex, I went to bed looking at the score and saying, all right, well, they got this one. This is what we expected. They blow the lead, lose in double overtime, 46-43. Look, Will sent us this morning the remaining schedule. What is it? Washington State, Oregon State, Arizona. Was it Washington?
Next week, they go to UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
Then they they're on the bye. Then 2 weeks from now, they go to UCLA. Then they host Oregon State. Then they host Arizona. Then they go to Washington State and go to Utah. Oof. That is a tough finish. Oof. And you gotta get 2 wins in that to get bowl eligible. Now, mind you, they do take, if there's not enough 6-win teams, they'll take some 5-win teams. Colorado would absolutely be one of those 5-win teams with how much hype and everything they get. So realistically, you got to win at least one. To win 2 of those is a tough ask, though. That is very tough.
If you're looking at that schedule, realistically, number one, can it be done? And number two, who are the teams that you think they can beat going forward?
Is it possible? Yes. If I had to pick 2, at home versus Arizona would be the clear one. Out of those 5, that's the one I would feel most confident in. The other one, there's really only one option for me, and it's if you can catch Dante Moore having a bad game in 2 weeks.
Very true.
If you can get to him, make him look like a true freshman quarterback, you might be able to steal that game. But that is still a tough ask. Going to LA to play them at the Rose Bowl, that is a tough ask.
And where they're playing is the reason why I'm leaning against that one. And also a person I'm going to talk about a little bit later. But my 2, I definitely think it's possible. Arizona, yes, because they're also as young. But my other one is Oregon State because it's at home. Because that one's in Boulder, Colorado. And I kind of feel like with maybe the play styles, if they can get that ball up in the air and get a nice little lead early, well, after this game, we know no lead is safe. But if they can still do what they did in the first half and keep it going, that's when I think they can sneak out of there. But they're going to need to get one of these other victories. And at the same time, let's be clear, we're not saying that it's a lock that they beat Arizona.
Oh, God, no.
All right?
Not even remotely. If you get Fafita playing like he did against USC, they might blow Colorado out. Also, mind you, if we get that version of Fafita, that versus Shedeur Sanders, fireworks. Whatever the over is for that, hit it.
Yes.
Wow.
And watch it be 16-13. Like,
oh my God.
A defensive battle.
8 turnover, 8 interceptions between the 2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it. Ben said, I guarantee you the NCAA will take Colorado if they have only 5 wins. NCAA knows how much viewership, and they will get the Buffaloes in the bowl game. They won't have the money off the table. Absolutely. I agree. I absolutely agree. I believe they're going to bring them in and do that. So, going forward, I think Anthony made the point of that will wrap this whole thing up. They won 1 game last year. Mm-hmm. He has tripled the output of anything that they did last year, stats-wise, winning-wise, and just overall respectability for that university. And you know what I mean? Yeah. And brought some respect to the Pac-12. So can we say that this, if nothing else, obviously if they lose out, it's going to be hard to say this, but let's say they get 1 or even 2 more wins. Can we say the successful season? Even at this point, can we say that?
I mean, to me, it's already a successful season for Colorado. Like you said, they were 1-11 last year.
Yes. Yeah.
Success is just improving on what you had the year before, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So this is already a major success for them. Now, based on the expectations everyone put out for them before, I mean, my expectation was fighting for bowl eligibility. So they're right where I expected them to be. yeah, to me, I think this season, almost regardless of how it ends, is a success for them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, look, just the simple fact that we're talking about them as opposed to last year, we were saying, oh, Colorado State. Let's see who's going to be the first team to actually get a win this year.
Yeah.
I think that's huge. He's brought some credibility to that place. And for like him or hate him, what Deion is doing over at Colorado with those players, with just the PR and the hype and all that stuff, you got to respect that. You absolutely do.
Well, and just think of not only what he's doing for Colorado, but doing for the sport of college football in general.
Yes.
He's not only bringing new fans to Colorado, but he's bringing people that know Deion Sanders that didn't watch college football before to the sport. I mean, those stadiums are packed every week. He's on national television every week. I mean, he's been on noon kickoff for Fox, 3-4 times already. You had College Game Day there. Like he is doing something special for Colorado, but special for college football as a whole.
Oh yeah. See what they're saying in the comments. Yeah, Handy, a resounding yes. Almost nobody had CU doing much better, even with Deion as coach. How are these guys going to gel with all the transfers, etc.? So yes, love that.
This is very true. This comment
a little bit. Oh yeah, it's head in a hand, huh? Oh yeah, absolutely. The players it is, yeah.
You could tell from that press conference last night that is one of his focuses going forward.
Well, so that's something that you mentioned to me earlier, and I think that's something I think we should discuss a little bit. For going into the first game, the first 2-3 games, it's like, yeah, he's got the bravado and he's doing this, and he's like, yeah, that's right. These guys are doing it. Like he was defending that, and now it's kind of like. Now it's I get you start losing a couple games, you get called out, but at the same time, do we need to say, Deion, they're following your lead, man?
To me, there's a difference in the two scenarios. Like when you were doing all the shenanigans and everything at the beginning of the season, you were playing good football. So okay, that comes with it. It is what it is. But when you're choking 29-point leads and when you're getting your what's handed to you and then you're still acting like this, that's where I feel like Deion's in the right to say, okay, no, like let's rein this in, let's focus on actual football. And like to me, he's absolutely in the right for saying what he's saying now and going after the players, because the players need to understand that all the hype and everything you're doing is good for you, but you got to show up and play on Friday, Saturday, Thursday, whatever day you're playing to play that game.
Right. And I think Deion has said at certain points, he's saying, I talk and do all that stuff because they know who I am. They know what I've done. You have to create that. You can't live off me. You have to create that for yourself. So, yeah. But I got to put this as hilarious.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right, so man. Deion and Taylor Swift. Who would have thought that in September, man? Not me.
That's wild.
Oh man, Colin's here. What up, Colin?
What's up, Colin?
Doing it? Me, Stuart. Oh yeah, Colorado will be bowl eligible. That toilet bowl. This guy. You better pay attention today. All right. Now I know we put in that work on Syracuse, but you guys let Boston College hang around. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I love the banter.
Oh yeah, gotta bring that up. Gotta defend my Michigan guy since my Michigan State has left the building. So, we're gonna go ahead and move on. We're gonna talk about these games that are going on today. But real quick before we do, Alex, we know this is the game of the week. Washington, Oregon, number 7 versus number 8. But the big thing about this, at least 32 NFL scouts will attend this game. We have not been quiet about all of the talent on both sides of the ball for both teams. And a lot of these guys will be, all in the draft list and the prospect list and all that stuff coming forward. What are your thoughts about this? Are we seeing a 50-49 type thing where everybody's getting attention, or I mean, who's going to shine? What are we going to see, man?
Man, I don't know what to think about, like, score-wise, how this game's going to go, because they both got phenomenal offenses, really good quarterbacks, really good running games, like really good receivers, weapons, offensive lines are playing well, but they've also got phenomenal defenses. So, I mean, and you talked about, I mean, the headline there is the scouts that'll be in attendance. Bo Nix, Michael Penix, Bucky Irving, Troy Franklin, Rome Odunze, Jalen McMillan, Braylon Trice. Like, there's so many guys, and the majority of those guys will probably be drafted before the middle of round 3. Like, that's just how good these programs are. Both coaches are firing on all cylinders here. DeBoer for Washington and Dan Lanning for Oregon. But to me, I feel like these teams honestly might be better than 7 and 8 in the rankings.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I hate that we only have 4 teams in the playoff, because one of these teams is getting screwed by this game. But this is that game where both of them are going to have to throw the kitchen sink at it, because your season is on the line here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. What is the over set at? I'm going to find that here.
Check that. Yeah, this is one of those, and I want people to understand 67. What 67.
Yep. And they got Washington by 3 on the spread.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd bet the over, absolutely.
I definitely bet the over. Look, we've talked about QB duels this year. Sam Hartman and Caleb Williams are playing tonight. Drake May, a couple weeks ago. Spencer Rattler in the opening game. Watch out for this one. Bo Nix, Michael Penix, both of them are just rising up that draft board, that QB list. And honestly, both of them, I mean, one of them, if not both of them, could honestly do a lot for their draft stock in this game.
Yeah, and I feel like the winner for this, at this point, is it safe to say they're the front runner for the Heisman?
Yeah. Based
on, like, Caleb, I mean, he's won, but he hasn't looked great necessarily in these games.
Yeah.
I mean, Brock Bowers has looked phenomenal. I've heard a lot of hype about JJ, but the knock on him is he hasn't had to play a full game yet. So I knock him down a bit because of that. To me, I think whoever wins this game is the front runner for the Heisman going into week 8.
Oh, I like that. And you wait, Misador. What?
he
know the name. Let me flex on you right here. Let me flex on you. You see what it is. And then look, but I got to go with this comment. Where is it? Oh, where is the one that he just, Alex just said? I will be very quiet.
Man.
Oh, after seeing what Georgia Tech was able to kind of do because of Cristobal's decision, you know that they're going to be firing on all cylinders today. We had a game against Syracuse last week, and Misador, no, the Orange will not be crushed today, unless it's y'all, all right? But this is going to be a big one for us. This is definitely going to be a big one for us. He said, wait a minute, it just hit me. 32 Scott, yes. I mean, because
and I want to
– Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, outside of quarterbacks, it's not – I mean, the quarterbacks are the tip of the iceberg. You got wide receivers, you got linemen, defense and offense, you got corners, you got prime time NFL talent on both sides of this ball. Yeah, everybody's going to be there to watch this one.
Yeah, and for me, we see the 32 scouts, but I kind of want to see the list of who's going to be there. Like, are we talking just area scouts? Is it head scouts? Is it general managers? Like, who's showing up to these games? That's what I want to see.
Oh yeah. And hopefully it's a Washington person and I mean Commanders, because we need help. See if they got some linebackers out there. All right, we need something.
I'm gonna say you need some help. Any team that needs help, that's a good place to go watch tonight. That Absolutely. Lot of future NFL talent is stepping on that field tonight.
Oh, yeah. And we are only 2 weeks away from talking NC basketball. Misador, me, you. I know Alex is in. Ben Cornett on the 2-3 Ben zone. We might need to get together and get down on that, man, because, hey, 2 years removed from being a rolled ankle away from a natty, and then last year to have the fall off that NC had, we're ready. We are ready. Look, wait, Sean, weren't you a little enthusiastic about Chris Paul taking over the U? I don't want to. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Look,
yeah.
Just because he's playing us, right? Just because he's playing us, don't mean I'm downplaying him. He's still great. That was a bonehead decision last week.
Yeah.
But let's remember how many losses do they have this year? You know what I mean? And I get it that they lost to GT, but let's chill on GT for a second, because Georgia Tech beat us last year when they had just lost their coach. Georgia Tech look. You guys might roll on them. We'll see, but. You know, they're not dead in the water, you know.
No, not at all.
But with that being said, it was an awful decision by Mario Cristobal not to take the knee.
Like I said last week, or on Tuesday, Karma's you know what? It bit them to run that ball.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.